Get the audio podcast out of this. I'm gonna have to strip the audio or something. I haven't figured that out yet. But there's no way I can handle recording the audio and the video
Can you
and
just
stream to YouTube.
convert MP4 into MP3?
I think I'm just gonna drop it into Audacity and call it a day.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we're live.
And we're live.
And everybody got the notes?
Yep.
Good luck. The adapted notes, I will say, are much better than this. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are live on YouTube. Hey everybody, welcome to the Block Party. I'm Jason. I am joined this week by Tristan Wisher and Chad, but not the Chad you are used to. You got a lot of big shoes to fill this week, Chad Swenor.
Shabbat shalom, my friends.
Filling in
Shabbat
for Chad,
shalom.
Amy, and the chickens. Luckily for anybody that listens to the show, like you've been playing a lot of Terra Online to fill in for Amy, so you'll be able to cover that MMO space properly.
Night Rider down. Night Rider down.
Too soon in the show for that. Jeez. Jesus. So we jumped on Twitch last night. Let's just talk about what we've been playing and played some Rainbow Six, because that's basically what we've been doing, I think, with our lives. At least me. What about you guys?
About the same, and we tried playing some Titanfall this weekend, but of course Xbox Live went down because it was attacked.
Yeah, so officially Xbox was attacked with a DD. I love that they won't go on record and say, like, yeah, we were attacked. They're just like,
Right.
It's pretty much like confirmed that they were attacked, and it's kind of
Yeah,
crap.
like, the last group of people that you're going to get away with, like not telling the truth about getting hacked, is a bunch of gamers, dude. All right? They already knew before, like, Microsoft knew that the shit was going to go down. So it's like, just man up. We know
Yeah,
it
and they
happened.
said that was a test because they're gonna do something bigger in a few weeks against ISIS or
Yeah.
something. I don't
We're
know.
going to test hack ourselves on a much more grand level, dude.
Wait, they were test hacking on Xbox Live so that they could go after ISIS?
That's what they said. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I mean,
ISIS.
yeah. Is this the podcast we want to have, guys?
Nope, not really.
I'm pretty sure the NSA is probably on us right now.
The weird part about this whole Xbox Live being taken down thing was that we were like trying to stream or whatever, and we couldn't get Tristan in a game. I couldn't get into a game, and we just kept checking like Twitter to see what's going on. And Microsoft's like telling everybody to like reset their routers.
Restart your router.
But you're looking at it, and there's just like hundreds of people being like, "It's not working," and they're sticking to their guns, like, "Dude, just reset your router, man. That's on your end. That's not us." And they still haven't come out and apologized. Like, we can
Right.
play all day. Like, when Sony has an outage, they're like, here's a free day of the PlayStation Network. They do it all the time.
Xbox
Like,
does it sometimes when it's on a holiday, and that was on Valentine's Day. And it was funny seeing so many tweets like, "I have nothing else to do but play Xbox Live because it's Valentine's Day. I'm alone," and
oh, that's so sad.
it was sad.
Jesus.
I was
Yeah.
really excited to play Titanfall with you
Sad
guys.
and
That
dark.
didn't happen.
Yeah, you were
I've
my
not played
Valentine.
Titanfall in a long time.
I was playing it, and I was doing pretty well. Like, you would be surprised. Like, I sucked, and then all of a sudden, like, my sea legs came back, and I was just doing some work. Minions, of course, like 35 minion kills. So it's-
God, you know what other game I haven't played in a really long time? Battlefront.
Star Wars Battlefront or Battlefield?
Star Wars Battlefront.
You have never played it, have you?
No, I haven't. I'm still waiting on that one, fellas. Thanks. Still in the plastic wrap. Pre-ordered it 4 months before and picked it up the release date.
So why don't we just dive in it on Tuesday instead of doing Rainbow Six? Let's commit to Battlefront.
Good.
Well, we might have to jump into Battlefront a little later because I'm pretty close to level 3.
Talk
feel like
about a
once we
tragedy.
I feel like once we get me to level 3, then we can Battlefront it, all right?
Should we talk about this leveling system? Because maybe we don't know what we're doing in Rainbow Six, but if I'm ever going to get the free DLC characters playing with you guys, I'm assuming it's going to take me 10 years, right? Like, I was getting like 16 coins a match.
Yeah, it's, and it's like so truth be told, when I'm going to eat some dinner or something, I don't want to fully commit to a full show or something like that. I go online and I watch some Twitch streamers and stuff like that. They always talk about the grind it out, level it up. You got to put in the hours. I mean, well, there's just like a difference between putting in the hours, man, and getting like fucking 12 coins.
Swenor's really dropped 50 bills on some.
I did, dude.
Did you do it?
I didn't do it. I'm not gonna say I'm not that far away from it because I might just
Man.
be. Hey, they're gonna put a way to cheat the game out there. I might just take it and go.
You were like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend my $49.99.
And get like 4,000 coins and just call it a day.
Thank God you didn't, though, right?
Well, we'll see how the grind goes next Tuesday. Hey, tune in on Twitch live on Tuesday to see if Swenor fucking blows $50 on coins.
Tuesdays on the
So now that you've been playing it for a while, what do you think though, as compared? Because you and I played a ton of Rainbow Six, right? Like that was our jam for a long time, Rainbow Six and
Yeah, the
Vegas
original, and we were on terrorist hunt and stuff like that, and part of the nostalgia of getting the Siege, because we all, well, off of Adapted, we know, but I'm not a big online game fighter. It's just not my thing. I get murdered by 8-year-olds in their parents' basements, drinking Mountain Dew and eating Twizzlers.
Yeah, or like my 5-year-old nephew who he has to hold the controller like upside down. He's like just destroying you.
It's not my thing. Well, when we can get in, the part of the allure of Titanfall was we can get in as a group, go and do work. And that's kind of the allure of Siege. But, I'm not really down with like the 6-on-6 or whatever, 5-on-5 it is. But the nostalgia of being able to go back and play the old Rainbow Six, where we probably have about 1,000 hours in on Terrorist Hunt, was awesome. Went back into the story mode, forgot how difficult
the game is impossible.
That game was.
Rainbow Six Vegas 2, when I turned it back on, I think I talked about this on a block party a while ago, but is one of the hardest games I've ever played. Like, I've never been more humbled in my adult life than when I turned that on and tried to do a terrorist hunt by myself, and I was like dead in like 13 seconds. I turned a corner and they killed me, and I was like, wait a second, I was good at this game.
Yeah, for sure. And I used to be able to go in one man, by myself with my group of 2 other dudes, just and I can usually clear a level and all that stuff. But now it's like I'm creeping real slow. I don't just fly through. The other game that I kind of got into that I bought a long time ago, a couple months ago, never opened it up, was Borderlands 2, right? Mm-hmm. So I went out, bought the whole limited edition, got the back game. So now I'm kind of into that, and I've probably got 15, 16 hours in it.
Nice.
And playing solo through the story mode is not as difficult as Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Yeah, I think Borderlands kind of like scales a little bit, right? Like, so it's a little bit easier. Rainbow Six is just like one-hit kills almost most of the time.
Yeah, and it's like, you get the sniper rifle, and it's like, now I'm not even that far. I'm only like level 12 on there. I'm sure the game's probably going to get progressively harder and harder, but it's like, I'm not even that really great at a shooter game, and I can kind of do work on Borderlands.
You were getting pretty good at Titanfall.
Right.
Yeah,
I could slay minions with the best of them.
Yeah. Borderlands is a cool game, but that game made me so sick. I could never play it. I bought it like every single system hoping it would have like a different effect on me, and it never has, which sucks. Because that's a fun game. Do you get into like the getting the loot and all that stuff? Are you...
Yeah, it's cool, but I've been doing a lot of thinking, and part of the downfall of that is like the thing that I liked about like Assassin's Creed. There's a lot of side missions, but I don't have to hunt for a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
I used to have to hunt for scrolls, where with this, it's like, there's a million loots to open up and hunt, and you only get so many guns, and it's like you always got full everything. You never really run out of ammo for the 15 guns that you have. So it's like, man, do I really want to run around and like open all those crates? But then there's some goodies in those crates that you want to get, and it's just like, that's kind of the only downfall I've really seen to Borderlands 2 right now that I really have some beef with.
Do you find yourself like wanting to get like better loot, or you're just like, whatever?
I don't know that I really even care about getting better loot as it is. I'm just like getting the missions, bosses, and all that stuff. I will say, driving the cars in that game is the most infuriating thing I've ever done in my life.
They do have a bit of a learning curve to them.
I don't know who stopped their Adderall prescription, dude, when it came to steering mechanics of that thing, but God, it is brutal. Dude.
Yeah, that was one of the little downfalls. Tristan, have you dived into that at all?
Not yet. It's on my pile of games I need to play, but I will in the next couple months, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's so many games to play. You and Swenor should get on and do some Twitch on our channel.
Some Borderlands.
Yeah, he could teach you the ropes.
I feel like eventually we're gonna have to get in and do some Vegas 2 online.
Yeah, can we
Oh,
go
wow.
online with that thing?
I think you can.
If we can, oh my god, dude, we might have to stream every day next week. We got a lot of shit to catch up on. Actually, the more I think about it, because we got to do that. We want to play some Borderlands. I want to play some Street Fighter online against some people. I know you guys don't play that, but that was the big release that came out this week. Do you guys play any fighting games? Ever?
Mortal Kombat was probably the last one. I mean, I played Street Fighter as a kid on Super NES. That was about last time I played Street Fighter, most likely.
Yeah.
I think the last fighting game I played was probably with you. You probably lived in Milwaukee, and
Probably.
somehow we were like Yoda versus like
Oh, Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
man.
some Soul Calibur.
yeah,
That sounds about right.
yeah.
That
That
game was
the last-
disappointing.
You think so?
Yeah, I didn't like it very much.
Yeah.
I like the one before it, Soul Calibur before that one. But the one with Yoda and where they had a different character for every single system.
Yeah, like
I didn't really like that one.
I don't know.
Well,
The Street Fighter is kind of interesting though. Is that
Is it living up to your expectations?
it's a really weird, right? Like it's only on PS4 and PC, so no Xbox ever. And it's a $60 game. And we know we've been talking a lot of shit on games that aren't giving you like a lot of bang for your buck. And man, this game is pretty bare bones. It's
Which
another
game?
Street Fighter 4. This is like another or 5. This is like another one of these games that's come out that's really focusing hard on the online. Which I guess Street Fighter, super competitive. Everybody likes the online, whatever. That's totally cool. But I'm like the guy that generally likes to play like arcade mode, or I'll play against people on my couch. Which you can play against people on your couch, no arcade mode. The only way you can play the computer is in survival mode, which is, I mean, you can do 30 matches, but it's one round, and after you beat a match, you like can buy some upgrades and I don't know, give yourself energy or attack up. But it's not like the classic 3-round Street Fighter battle that like I grew up on. So that's really weird. And
Have they ever had like a story kind of mode for Street Fighter games?
well, that was the cool. That's what I used to love about Street Fighter. Like every character had like an arcade mode you'd go through, and you get a little beginning and a little ending,
Right.
and you're good. This has a story mode coming in March. That's supposed to be like 1 or 2 hours.
Oh, it's
and
not
I
even
think
out yet?
it's not even there. Like their whole
Jeez.
it's coming in March is gonna have supposed to be 1 to 2 hours of gameplay. But they have like a pseudo story mode in now. But it's like this weird bullshit thing where it's like 4 fights and then it's over. It's like 4 1-round
Why don't
fights.
they just launch the game in March then if they don't have the whole game complete yet?
I mean, that's the question at hand, right? And all the fighters, they have 16 characters, which is totally cool. They have 6 DLC characters already lined up with like Guile and Balrog like coming, so 1 every month, which is kind of exciting. But that's $30, right? You can win them in game too by getting points Rainbow Six style. But I don't know. But none of that really matters because the gameplay is fucking awesome. So you're like, I feel okay giving them like $60 once they get the servers working.
It's going into the whole downloadable content thing is just fucking enraging to me. It's like, why should I be paying $60 for a fucking incomplete game when every game coming out now is like, oh, well, spend the extra $20 now and get the downloadable content that's going to come out in 2 months. It's like, no, assholes. Why the fuck why am I not getting all this with my $60,
And this is like the prime example of that because they're basically like
Yeah, they're gonna
there's
hijack
this weird shit in here
Netflix.
where like you can unlock character outfits, like I don't know, like Ryu can get a beard, or like you can get different gear for people, right? But you can't unlock them in game. You can see the computer has them. They're supposedly on the disc, but you can't unlock them in the game until the store is put into the game, and the store is not going to be put into the game until March via downloadable content. So
Right.
like the game is so incomplete on like that level that it's like kind of bullshit in a weird way. Like I don't even think I could review this because I would probably just give it a 2 because I'm so mad, even though it plays really
it's
cool.
criminal, dude. And it's like, why do I want to have all this downloadable content? Why can't I just pay one price and get the whole fucking game and have it available to me right away? It's just like bullshit. It's like, I don't want to go and see a movie, get to see 70% of it, and then be like, oh, by the way, give us another $7. Come back and fucking a week and a half later, dude, and you can see the ending or the outtakes or shit like that. Dude.
It's a really weird debate because you keep getting these games like The Witcher 3, which are 100 hours, right? And also $60, and just chock full of all this ridiculous content.
Right, which I have that game too, and I probably have.
And even Fallout 4 is
Yeah,
a
or
really
even,
big game,
like,
and they have
Borderlands.
DLC coming out soon.
Yeah, it's really weird. Then you get Rainbow Six, where there's no single player mode at all, right, except for Terrorist Hunt, and then you're still getting banged with all this DLC content that you could supposedly unlock by playing the game, which we found out is pretty much impossible, right? Or like it's gonna take us like 100 hours to get these fucking things. Like I could literally go find someone's yard to mow with a pair of scissors, get the $15 to buy the DLC quicker than I could ever do it in game.
Right, it's like, dude, you're raping us by buying in-game items, skins, and all that stuff. You're making money hand over fist, dude. Give us the game, right?
Yeah.
Give us the game. This is bullshit, dude.
Give Swenor his
That shit
game.
drives me crazy.
Yeah, and I didn't. I guess I knew that there was a DLC plan going in, and I knew the story was coming. But I made some assumptions, and I assumed like the arcade mode that's been in Street Fighter since I was 9 years old was going to be in this game. Like, why wouldn't it be? Like, it just always has been. It's just like this weird situation, and I don't know how to feel about it, because on one hand they keep saying that this game is going to last the entire console generation. There won't be a Street Fighter 6 on the PS4, right? So this is like I'm buying into a platform that they're continuously going to take $30 a year from me from, which is, I guess, less expensive.
Does that $30 really change the game that much? Other than giving Ryu a fucking pink kimono and a beard.
You'll get 6 new characters, right? You'll get 6 new guys, and they'll add gameplay modes. So instead of having to pay $60 like every year like you do with like Madden or something like that, in Street Fighter maybe you'll pay $30 and get an equal amount of content as the base game. But my issue always goes back to I pay $60 for a game and I get 16 characters, and now I'm paying $30 and getting 6 characters. Like, the dollar value never nets out, and it just drives me nuts.
Right.
It's weird, but the game is actually really good. Like, if we played it, we'd all be like, yeah, this game is awesome. I totally see where they put all their money is in the actual fighting, because it plays like a really good game of Street Fighter. They change things in really cool ways. They have like a new V mechanic. Like, you guys are the wrong crowd to talk about all that shit about, but it's like a really awesome playing Street Fighter game, and the new characters are really cool. So I don't know, man. I'm sure next week when Chad and Amy are back, because Chad plays a little bit of Street Fighter, I'll get into more detail about how awesome it is to me. But right now it's kind of if someone were to say, should I buy Street Fighter 5, I'd probably have to say no. You should wait until like next year when it's complete.
And you can just pay $90 for the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. I don't know.
I mean, the day that we're going to spend $90 on a video game.
Dude, right out of the gate, like Star Wars Battlefront, like, here's $150. I mean, I guess we haven't played anything else, right? Like, so we can kind of just jump into the news here, because we have tons of news to talk about. Speaking of DLC, we're so hot on it. The Fallout DLC was just announced, and it's $29.99 right now, but I think it'll jump up to $50 in March, which is kind of interesting, because that's where you're paying less if you get in on it now, and you're getting a ton of cool sounding content. Have you guys read anything about any of this content? Because there's some really cool stuff in here.
I saw a little bit of it, like with the monster builder, and you can build your own robots, which sounds really interesting.
Yeah, like being able to build your own robot sounds awesome, and it's like hundreds of different combinations. Did you play Fallout, Swenor?
No, I've never played Fallout, so.
Whoa. All right, sorry, lost the feed for a second there. Whoopsie. Yeah, so I don't know. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. We are all over the map.
I was there and I was like, dude, I've heard a lot of good things about Fallout. I've heard a lot of good things about Borderlands. And so I was like, do I get Fallout? Do I get Borderlands? Do I get Fallout? Do I get Borderlands? I just like the look of Borderlands, so that's why I went Borderlands. Maybe eventually I'll get around to Fallout. If
you do get around to it, I do recommend checking out this DLC, because there's like tons of cool stuff in there. And they're adding this one mode that's going to probably... It takes you to a whole new island. It's called the Far Harbor, and it takes you to this whole different world of Fallout, and the world is already gigantic. So I don't know, lots of cool shit going on with Fallout.
The world is so huge, it's crazy.
Have you beat that game yet?
Nowhere close, no.
Oh my god.
That's another game I need to jump back into and devote a lot of time to it, because there's so many hours that go into it.
Yeah, have you dove back into Super Mario Maker?
It's been some time since I powered up my Wii U, to be honest.
Because remember how you were gonna play that game like every day for the rest of your life, essentially.
Yeah. I created some levels
We
and
all wondered how long that
had
would
some
last.
fun.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
dive back in now? The big breaking news that the Pokemon are gonna be in Super Mario Maker. We
I
all know how
saw-
much you love Pokemon.
But I like Pokemon, but my understanding on the Pokemon is that they don't like do their Pokemon voices or anything.
Wait, you like Pokemon because of the Pokemon voices? Is that what I'm getting?
I like it when they say their names. Pikachu, Pikachu. It's funny. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is just like Bulbasaur,
It's just a skin,
Charmander,
yeah.
and Squirtle. It's kind of like when you put your amiibo on there, you got Link
Right.
and came in. Like it's that same thing.
I mean, they seem to pump out a new thing like this every week because they have these weird sponsorships with different car brands out there. So they do like a special Audi car that you can transform your Mario into an Audi or something weird like that. I don't
Awesome.
know.
You know what though? It's all free, and
Yeah,
they've
it is all
supported this
free.
game since November with free DLC. Pretty much every.
I do
couple of weeks.
appreciate free DLC.
Dude, this is the DLC cast.
Love it or hate it, dude.
Yeah, love it or hate it.
That's the only thing that's coming out
Sonic.
nowadays.
Yeah, like,
just
dude, I'm
DLC
looking at our
and Street
news,
Fighter
dude,
V.
and like another piece of news about DLC is the Division. This is another one of those weird ones where Xbox is gonna get the Division DLC before PlayStation 4.
Well, they paid some extra money.
Dude, I hate that shit because I don't know. I want to get that game on PS4, but then I'm like, well, I kind of want to get all the new DLC first. Even though I didn't really like that. Did you guys play the beta? No.
No, but I watched the beta. I watched some people play it, and it looked like it could be a pretty fun game. But again, it's like all online bullshit. People hopping and jumping around.
Yeah, but this is more less you versus me and more you versus missions like AI, sort of like Destiny, right? Like where
Right.
you and I will never battle, but I mean, maybe we could, but we're probably just going to be getting out there and buddying up. Well, there's a open beta starting up again this week, I think. So you guys should probably try to see if you can get in there and see if you actually like that game.
Yeah, I mean, I played the beta by you, and I
Oh, you
wasn't
hated it.
impressed by it.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Not that impressed by it.
What other news do we have this week?
I know Chad's really hyped for it, though.
Yeah, Chad is really stoked for that game. Like, and it's interesting because I don't know, it's another one of these big Ubisoft games. They said this is going to be they're one of their biggest launches ever, and they've been hyping the shit out of this game for a long time. So it's entirely possible. But you never know. You know what's not going to be big this fall? The new Assassin's Creed game.
You know what? I'm all right with it, man. I'm all right with
It's
that.
actually cool. I'm like so excited that they decided to
I
officially.
mean, we're
take
getting
a
the
break,
movie,
dude.
so we don't need a game.
That's
Yeah.
weird because you think that they would be like, holy shit, we need to put this game out to draw out the movie.
And I think they actually said that they think the movie will perform better if there's not an Assassin's Creed game out around the same time, which doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, because that movie is going to be a disaster, right? Like,
It's gonna
we
be
all
horrible.
agree that movie's going to be a
Yeah.
shit show. Like, there's no question.
Yeah, I feel like they think that movie could possibly be a shit show, just like Unity was a shit show for them. So they're like, hey, let's take the bad taste out of everybody's mouth. Because I feel like they really learned some hard lessons on Unity, you know. And I've been playing the newest Assassin's Creed.
Syndicate?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
good.
I've got quite a few hours into it. It's not bad, you know. I mean, I'm probably halfway through the game, you know, and then I've been hopping on some other games, but it's one of those games I'm going to jump back onto, you know, that, The Witcher 3, and a couple other ones.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where they go next. That series has totally hit the wall. Like, Syndicate was cool, but only because I hadn't really played Unity a lot.
Right.
So, not putting an Assassin's Creed thing out is like the best thing they could ever do.
But they tried so hard with Unity and the co-op stuff that you could do, and it just didn't work, and the servers were terrible, and yeah.
I mean, the biggest takeaway from that press release was that they actually said the words, "We're stepping back and re-examining the franchise." Like, that's
Right.
huge. Like, they're basically like, we're doing something wrong, and they keep making the same fucking game every year, except for the pirate one, which was awesome. Like,
Which that's the one I haven't gotten into that. I have that. I played the first couple, I played maybe 3 hours of it, and then Syndicate came out. I'm like, oh, I'll pop this one, and then I was like, ooh.
yeah, because it's
Shiny thing over
it's-
here.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, actually, it's a really cool game. Like that's the best game to me. The best Assassin's Creed game, I think, is the pirate one because it just took so many different chances. Being able to kill a whale is Pretty fucking awesome. At any time you can do it in life. What else we got? Did you guys picking up the new Kanye West game that he's making for his mom?
No.
How cool was that? He played the trailer at that event, and everyone was like, "We don't care." He's like, "You guys don't understand how fucking hard this is to make a game." I love that he was like, "I went to San Francisco and everybody told me to leave." Because I probably would have said the same thing. Be like, dude, you're a
dude. It's person. Like, we get it, man. She died getting a boob job.
Wait, is that what the game's about?
Well, that's how she died.
Oh, I did not know that his mom died getting a boob job.
Didn't know that either.
The anesthesiologist put her too far down, and she never came back up.
So I can't make an operation joke, is what you're saying. Like, this is not an operation game on the iPad.
Dude, and it's like, oh god, my distaste for Kanye West is so deep.
How deep is it?
It's down.
This is a podcast we can talk about anything.
My soul, dude. I hate everything about Kanye West, and it's like he just thinks like, this just because it's got Kanye West's name on it, this game is gonna be like some great thing, and then. When we see further down in the news that the Kardashian mobile game made $100 million, man, it just makes me want to throw myself out the window from the second floor here at first because they are
you would just hit the ground and be normal. Don't do it.
Downloadable. I don't know what's more infuriating, Kanye West and the Kardashians or downloadable content, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry I brought you on this show. I feel like this is just bad for your health.
I know. And then he's like, I'm $53 million in debt. Help me. Mark Zuckerberg, help me.
Yeah, he sells T-shirts for $200 or whatever, $1,200.
Yeah, and his new fashion line is like horrible, dude. Horrible. And I've watched 9 seasons of Project Runway and however many iterations. And I know Tim Gunn would come in there and be like, Kanye, you're not going to be able to make this work. You should just leave. All right? There are blind people who could make a better line than what Kanye West did with this.
Wow. So you're not going to play his Endless Runner Operation style Mother tribute game?
No, dude. And when I saw her, like, ascending into the spiraling heavens, I was like, done watching this.
Wow. Well, there's your Kanye West minute.
Yeah.
I don't hate him that much. I actually enjoy, like, I think 808s and Heartbreak was a good album to me. That's my favorite album of his.
Oh,
it's just so weird.
At the end.
Yeah, I think that was it. That was like, I was like, well, he can never do anything better than this.
No, that album was not good. The only saving grace was My Twisted Dark Fantasy, 808s and Heartbeats.
Oh, that's such a great album. I think that'll be his legacy when he's dead.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Late Registration will be his crowning.
I don't know enough about him except that I really like the drum beats on that album a lot.
His new album is horrible.
Wait, are you a subscriber to Tidal?
No, I'm not. America and the world.
Are you one of those people that are costing Kanye West millions of dollars?
Yeah, I went to, what is it, Worldwide Hip Hop or whatever?
World Star?
Yeah,
dude, that's my homepage.
Yeah. Hey, I went there, Kanye, dude, and all your friends had it on there for the world to hear. And you know what they say?
Oh man, when the World Stars are like taking a shit on your new CD, with Kanye West, like life is not going well.
I know.
Oh my god. Who else dude? What do you guys think about this Mass Effect news? Have you guys heard anything about like Mass Effect in the last like couple months? Where like basically it's like mass exodus out of that studio. I don't know if it's because the game's so close to being done, but
well, dude, he's going back to Bungie, dude. So is Halo 4 going to be back under Microsoft or what?
Yeah, I mean Halo is a Microsoft exclusive game. Bungie's like, wait, he's going back to Bungie.
Yeah.
He's not. He worked on Halo 4. Now he's going to Bungie, which is Destiny,
right?
Which is Microsoft and PlayStation. That's the whole thing. But I mean, Halo 4 didn't have that great of a story, so
no. I didn't play Halo 4.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it, and I didn't like it. So I'm like, okay, don't ruin Mass Effect. Like, don't ruin them.
I'm bummed because whether or not people know it or not. Mass Effect is my favorite trilogy out there for video games. So I don't think it's any better than that.
It doesn't.
Because it was the first one was good. The second one was really pretty good, but they made some mistakes in there. dude, they fixed a lot of those mistakes in the third one, and you know what? Internet, the ending to Mass Effect 3 was just fine. All right, get over it.
Because you probably played the patch version of it, though. To be fair, like you didn't get the true ending, right? Like you got the ending where they fixed it and made it like totally awesome.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's a thing called YouTube. I've seen the alternate ending. All right.
It wasn't the worst thing, but it's not nearly as like closure filled as the new ending.
Right.
But I'm just like anytime I see like a story or I hear anybody say Mass Effect Andromeda, I just get super excited because I cannot wait for this fucking game to come out.
Yeah, I know. I want to play it. It's like I'm like, God, do I go and get the? I want to play go back and replay some Mass Effect, but it's like I don't want to do it on the 360. So it's like, God, do I go and buy it for the Xbox One and just play upscaled graphics? And
wait, can you do that?
I thought that it was
backward. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it was on the list of the 60 games that were.
Oh, you should go that route. Wait, you own it though, don't you?
I own the first 1, 2, and 3 for the 360, but that doesn't mean that I can play it on the one.
Wait, that's what the backward compatibility
No,
means.
you just throw your disc in.
You throw your disc in there,
Xbox
then
One.
you can download it, and then you can play it on there.
Well, Yahtzee.
Otherwise, if you download it on the 360, then it just appears on your Xbox One. You can download it.
Yeah, but you just have to toss your disc in there.
But if you have a disc in, just throw it in there.
Teaching people new things every week on the Block Party.
Later, guys. I gotta go.
No, we got more shows to do. But Microsoft, they're doing okay by that, right? I think they're doing better than Sony in that regard. But I like their news about Quantum Break, which I know Tristan, you're pretty excited about that game.
I mean, it was maybe like
a
2
couple
years ago.
Yeah.
It feels like this game's taking forever to come out, and it's one of those games like, how do I hold my excitement when it's taking this? Like, you released a trailer how so long ago? Maybe the last E3 they showed an even more updated trailer, and I don't know.
I mean, I was pretty excited for that game when I first saw it, and I'm like, Tristan, it's like, dude, it's either time to put up or shut up. You know, let's get this thing moving.
I think it's really cool that you're going to be able to get this game on the PC if you buy it on the Xbox One. Like, I can buy the Xbox One version, get the PC version. I don't know what scenario I'd need 2 versions of the game for, but it's kind of cool. But it's interesting that it's going to be the Windows 10 store, not Steam. So they're really going to try to do this push, I guess, for their people to buy things off a Windows 10 store.
But I mean, it's like, I know, and I get what Microsoft's trying to do, but it's like Steam is like Netflix, dude. They're just like so big. How are you going to battle them?
Yeah, like every so often somebody pops up and tries to do something, and it just doesn't. Origin's there, right? Like Origin's trying, but it's just Steam. You can get whatever you want on Steam, and if I can't get Quantum Break on Steam, it's not going to kill me, right? Like one fucking game. I'm not going to go buy it on the Windows 10 store if I could just play it on my Xbox. There's no real reason.
Dude, speaking of PC or exclusive games, dude, how did you like Firewatch, man?
Oh, yeah, Firewatch. I only played an hour. I think I talked about it a little bit last night on Twitch. Dude, the intro to that game is so good. I don't know if you saw the intro, but the first 20 minutes of that game... I saw the
first 20 minutes of it.
That really sets the tone for that game, and it's all dialogue trees. There's nothing else, and it just makes you feel like a horrible person for a little bit. Right? Like, you're just making these decisions, and you're kind of like... It's weird, because you're living your life and starting to, like, understand who the character is without having to do anything, except click yes or no. So when you get into this game world and you're out in the middle of the fucking wilderness, you're just like... Man, this guy's fucking life up to this point, right? Like, I totally can relate to why he's out here just wanting to do, like, the everyday thing. It's like when living in New York City, I was just like, you know what, dude? If I were still there, like, doing the hustle and bustle on the subway, jumping down, like, in the mountains, dude, with an axe and just, like, roaming around the hills for 10 hours a day might not be such a bad thing.
Right. Yeah, and, you know... So I don't really do any PC gaming, and it's exclusive to the PS4, or to the computer. So I'm pretty bummed about that, man, because this looks like a pretty rad game.
It is pretty cool, but the problem is for me, I've been playing a bunch of these games lately, like these first-person games where it's like a lot of exploring and talking, and like more of like an adventure game than a real game. Like an action game, not a real game.
Slashing and murdering.
Fuck, dude. Like, I say not like a real game, and then, like, that's it, dude. That's the end of my fucking video game career. But it's cool. It's got a good story. I don't know. It's got some graphical hitches on the PS4 that are really kind of annoying. But I don't know, man. As far as story games go, if you're into that, dude, I could totally see. I could see you actually enjoying this because it's like such a very singular experience. You're like going in, solving these really puzzles, having this cool communication. The walkie-talkie situation is so good because you hold the buttons down, you feel like you're using a walkie-talkie,
Right.
which
right.
I totally love. Like I could see you totally getting into this and then leaving us and building an actual log cabin up in Montana or something.
I know it's like, and if you've only played in an hour into it, but it's like you go out, you find more out about him and her on the other side of the walkie-talkie, and
Yeah, it's just this like relationship building game essentially, which I mean, I can do it. I think I'm gonna plow through it. But there's so many of these games, like all the Telltale games, like the new Walking Dead game
Yeah.
comes out in a week.
yeah, I know. I got the first Walking Dead for my 360, played it for a little bit, and then I kind of forgot about it. Now I'm kind of wondering, do I go back and take care of that game, or do I just buy it on the Xbox One and just drop the $30 and get the whole story?
I think you wait until there's a big Telltale sale again, which there will be soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, like every
Right.
Christmas they do a big bundle sale where every single Telltale game they just throw all together and it's for like $45 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Christmas
Keep
and
it
summer.
nice.
Like I think wait, but I really think you can get into that game, Swenor. You should play some Walking Dead.
The Game of Thrones Telltale game was pretty good.
I need to get into that. I've been playing a little. I played a little bit of the Borderlands one because Chad and Amy talks so highly of it over Game of the Year. So I've been playing that on my phone here and there, and that is a really well written game. So I can see that. Are you gonna pick up this Michonne one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick it up. I'm curious what happened to her in the comics because this is what the game's all about. So
what,
for story purposes,
yeah. So people that
it's
don't listen
intriguing.
to Adapted, I think we might have talked about this. This kind of fills in the gap, right?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't go missing, but there's an arc in the comic book where she goes on this ship and she's gone for like a good 6 months. So this explains what she was doing then, because then she just comes back but yeah, it should be some fun times.
Hopefully, it's better than season 2 of The Walking Dead because I could not get into that game at all.
And one of the girls from Orange is the New Black voices Michonne.
Crazy
The
Eyes.
athletic one? No, the really athletic one.
I don't watch that show.
Oh.
Swenor?
That is a great show, I will admit.
See, like that's a show I
didn't want to.
Don't think I would
significant other
like.
got me into
I stopped
it.
watching
Like,
because it got too much.
I've gone through 1 and 2, and then
Season
this-
3, I stopped watching.
Oh, well, we were debating powering through it this weekend, season 3.
yeah. What is appealing about that show? Just like it's funny, or is it a drama? I guess I don't know anything about it.
It's a
It's a
dramedy.
Yeah. Oh, is that an
Look at
actor?
this, our little expert, the Orange is the New Black expert.
I mean, it's interesting because it's based on a true story, the woman's experience in prison for something that she kind of got looped into, and it's just it's interesting. So you need to watch, and there's diverse of characters that you get interested in. So it's like you have to keep watching, and like one of those popcorn shows. You just
It has the
keep
chick from
watching.
That 70s Show in it too, right?
Yeah, Laura Prep on,
She's a
and
big
Jason Biggs is in
lesbian,
it too.
Nice.
Man.
No pies though.
No Red Foreman.
No, he's not in it. No.
Yeah, that's bullshit. He's busy.
Yeah, the thing I think I need to find like a good, solid mobile game that's like different. That's not like some Clash of Clans bullshit.
What kind of mobile game are you looking for?
I don't know. I haven't really gotten. I haven't
You
gotten
want the new Arnold game,
No, that's one of those bullshit freemium games.
Mobile Striker, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's hard for me to recommend one, right? Like, I think I told you to play New Star Soccer a while ago because that was like a really good one. I've been playing. I actually paid. I think it was like $3 or something, and I bought Dungelot, the new Dungelot game. That's actually a really good game. If you like, it's like a roguelike mixed with Minesweeper. I have no idea why I don't talk about it on the show because I played
What is
that
it
a lot. It's called Dungelot Shattered Lands. And basically it's basically Minesweeper. You're like on a plane, you get a guy, like a warrior, and you hit the squares on the battlefield, and as you unlock them, yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you unlock. You get a free one. Dungeon Get the first Dungeon Lot. It's better than Dungeon Lot 2. It's free. At least they'll give you the idea of the game.
Dude, the craziest Dungeon Lot is 99 cents. Dungeon Lot 2 is free.
I was just gonna say Dungeon Lot 2 is not as good because it had a lot of free to play bullshit in it. But this new one is actually like a premium game. So I don't know. It's cool. You you're gonna die. Like you almost always know you're gonna die.
Right.
Because it's just built like that. It's a roguelike.
Like,
you're supposed to explore.
Goat Simulator or something like that. It's like a good easy game. Like when I've got like 20 minutes to kill.
That's my go-to game for like the last couple months since it came out, to just kill like a good 10 minutes or something. Because I'm just clicking, fighting enemies, like getting loot, building my guy up, and there's like tons of different boards to try to go to. I don't know. I should probably review it for the site since I played so much. But it's like a phone game. I don't like to admit I play phone games on occasion.
Right. It's then I've been like, I don't know. I've heard good reviews about this game called Lifeline, and
Lifeline is actually interesting, but it like kind of injects itself into your life.
oh really?
Like it sends you messages on your phone, and the guy will be like, "Help me!
Oh man,
Swenor, what are you doing? Don't poop."
I've got enough
Call me."
alerts coming up on my phone every 5 minutes.
Yeah, so that game is definitely one that'll just like put itself in your life. I don't know if you want to deal with that. Bullshit.
Yeah, and it's like, do I want to get Knights of the Old Republic or?
No. You do want to get Oregon Trail, like ORGAN. I've told you guys to buy this like 100 times.
ORGAN?
Yeah, Oregon Trail.
Oh,
I've been talking about this game for years. It's like Oregon Trail with zombie apocalypse.
Really?
It's amazing.
I will say this. In spirit of comics, adapted video games, I have played this game called Catan. The Settlers Catan. Mm-hmm. All right. It's an addictive board game with friends. Tristan, have you played it?
I've heard of it. I've never played it.
There was a very good version on Xbox 360, actually.
Really? Well, they have a mobile one that I'm debating getting just so I can get better, so I can whoop everybody's ass at it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you want to pick up a version of Catan or a board game, I'll play some stuff with you.
So yeah, well, that's good for my rant. So I'm gonna look up Oregon Trail.
Yeah, Oregon Trail. Look it up. When we were at there was like Star Trek Catan when we were at PAX South. I saw some people.
Yeah, they had a lot of different tabletop stuff there. Yeah.
Man, I really want to get into board games, but I just don't know.
Dude, I thought for a while I would kick my own ass for like wanting to be in board games and stuff like that. But dude, they can get pretty exciting. We got a bunch of people around, you're drinking some beers, and you're playing some killer board games. And I will tell you this, if you play the Settlers of Catan, it's over.
You think so? Like, what about, like, Risk?
Inject it right into your arm, dude.
Will I get angry at people? Because I'm, like, a sore loser, right? Like, if someone tries to fuck me over in a game, I'll probably flip the board and be like, fuck you, I'm out.
No. It's because it's however you want it to be. Like, you can be with a group of people who are going to be massive pricks about the whole thing. Yeah. But if you're a prick, it does you no good because it's all about trading cards and the roll of the dice, dude, and strategy. So if you're going to be a prick, nobody's going to work with you to get cards, and then you're just fucked. So it's in your best interest.
Tristan would not be good at this game. Tristan would be terrible at Catan. Did you see the new Monopoly? This new Monopoly sounds awesome. I don't know if it was introduced at Toy Fair, but it's no money. There's no paper money. It's like moving up to like real life. We got debit cards. You buy
I've seen something like that before.
It's like, I don't know if it's new. It was the first I saw where you can buy all your properties with debit cards, and like the property values like fluctuate over time, I guess, based on like how many times people land on it and stuff. And you can buy stocks, and you can buy, I don't know, it sounds fucking awesome. You can buy like brands like M&Ms and put billboards and stuff. Like,
I don't know, dude.
I'm all in.
Oregon Trail Director's Cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then right below it is Weed Fern replanted.
Dude, those are the biggest decisions a person has to like face in life, right? That's what happens to me on the App Store.
Hey, sparked my interest, bro.
It's like you did really well with all your fucking marijuana. Is it like got a wallpaper of marijuana leaves and just like
I don't know,
gold
dude.
letters?
If you look at the game, dude, it looks like I gotta try to grow marijuana, dude.
Yeah, well, that's what happens with Chad's leaves. That's what this podcast turns into.
Help Ted grow his weed shop into a smoking hot business.
How much does that thing cost?
Oh my God, it's free!
Well, obviously.
Teaches business skills.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you shortly because it's downloaded.
What are some of the reviews? Does it have good reviews? Like, this has to be good, right?
Yeah. Very addicting. Wish they had a new update with more buyers. Evolve the
That's
game
it?
a little.
That's pretty
A
boring.
great game that lets you grow money trees and build a little weed empire. Hilarious. It's fun and easy to play. Worth it.
So people generally like this weed game.
Yeah.
Dude, you might need to review this for the site if you get into it. Might need to do a random 30 weed empire.
Right, dude?
So weird, so weird. I think that's all the news. Do you guys have any news that we missed? We lost track of what we're doing here. I think we're doing a podcast about video games at some point. Yeah, I think that's all the news. Outside of playing your Weed Empire game, Swenor, what are you going to be up to this week?
I'm going to probably continue some Borderlands. Probably going to pop... Question is, do I put in my Mass Effect? Because if I put that in, it's over. I'm not going to play any games for...
God, dude, I remember Mass Effect 2 supposedly came out, like the shipments were hitting Toys R Us like a week and a half before they came out. I drove a good 400 miles around the state trying to find a Toys R Us that had it.
Yeah, I mean...
So I found it eventually, but it took a
I'm
while.
going to try to eventually get to level 3 and Siege. And then probably some more Borderlands. And then, I don't know, as I was shifting through my games, I saw Witcher 3 sitting there, and I was like, man, do I try to hop back into that for a little bit, too? I don't know.
You got a lot on your plate, dude, with Weed Empire, Orange is the New Black, and all these games,
know.
dude. You're a busy man.
Well, Weed Empire I'll take care of at work, my friend.
Who can
That's
play
called
Weed
working.
Empire at work? Who can play that at work? Like, it doesn't make any sense. What about you?
My shows for Adapted.
Oh, yeah, true. What about you, Tristan? What are you going to be playing?
I think Rainbow Six and Titanfall are still at the top of my list because I really want to get through the rank play in Titanfall.
What does that mean? Is there like an ending screen where it's like, congratulations, you beat Titanfall?
It's the little icon that shows up next to your name. So you start at bronze and go to silver and gold, and there's 2 more after gold. I forget the name.
Is
I
that
think one's
past level
diamond.
10?
Yeah, well, it's something to play past level 10. It's rank play. So every single match that you play, you're rewarded different points, whether if you get a lot of kills. But if you die a lot, then those kills get diminished and you lose points.
Oh, it's like legit rank play. Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to take you a while to get.
I've gotten pretty high before, but it expires after every month, so that's the thing too.
So once you get it, Swenor, why are you smiling like a crazy person? Is your Weed Empire that good?
Game.
We fired up, dude. Getting ready to start.
Oh my god! You know what? Join us for Adapted after this, because I'm sure at some point Swenor is going to lose focus of what we're actually talking about, playing Weed Empire. You might need to ban that, Tristan.
Rules are rules.
Yeah, dude,
What are you up to?
Thank you for asking. I think, by all means.
The first start. The creators of this game do not encourage the cultivation or use of cannabis.
What?
The plot of this game
Disclaimer.
is solely a work of fiction. Should be viewed only as such. Have a good one.
The lawyers
The
made them
legal
say
status
that.
of marijuana in your area. Please check with local law enforcement. Hey, Hopper, so we good to smoke some weed here or what?
You can't lead off your game with that statement and assume you're off the hook.
So I'm going to have to check and say, I get it, and certify that I'm 17 or older.
That's like if GTA was like we don't condone like you mowing down people or like banging these
Beating
hookers.
hookers,
Yeah, that is absurd. Those guys are crazy.
That is crazy.
Like all of a sudden, like in 2 weeks, Swenor, if you have a weed farm behind you, I'm going after that app. I'm going after those people. That's a fact.
That's just a Christmas tree, bro.
Yeah. Just that you're constantly pulling leaves and smoking it up. I think I'm gonna touch. We didn't talk about Miimoto or Miitomo. I guess that's an app that's coming out for Nintendo. You can sign up for. I think some news on it to learn what it is right now. If you want a good app, Swenor, check out that. But I'm probably gonna check out that, see what that's all about, so I can talk about it intelligently next week, and play a ton of Street Fighter 5. I think that's my goal, and more XCOM because I need to review that. I think I'm to the point where I should probably be able to review that and Rainbow Six now, where I put enough
Do you have any
time.
new crazy stories with XCOM? Or no?
I don't have any new crazy stories, no. Well, it was like when I restart my game, I put all you guys in the character pool, so you're coming in randomly. So right now, Amy is like the only person that came in, and she was like good before, but she's terrible now. I've only taken her on a couple missions. She keeps getting injured. So I don't know what to say about that, but no good stories for XCOM. Maybe next week.
All right.
The game just makes its own stories, and then I just sound like an asshole telling you like all these like made up stories that I invent.
Story time with Jason.
Story time with Jason. Well, story time with the block party. Chad, Swenor, Tristan, and Jason is over. Thank you guys for joining us. Chad and Amy will be back next week. Well, I don't know. Hopefully, if they ever come back. This might actually be the new crew. Yeah, we have no clue. We haven't talked to them in like 5 days. They're like off on a pinball pilgrimage or something. I fucking know. But
they didn't flip the bumper cars, dude.
Yeah, no joke, right? So thanks for joining us. If you're listening to the podcast, check us out every Tuesday night or Wednesday night. We're live on allertonav.com.
Stay stony, my friends.
Well, I also wanted to say we're live every Tuesday night on Twitch, and we have Adapted that comes up live after this on Wednesday nights on YouTube, Allerton Live /live. Talk to you guys later.